Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium on this lovely Saturday afternoon here in Medford, Massachusetts. We're bringing you a heated NESCAC matchup here from Cousins Gymnasium. This will be the #1 ranked Tufts Jumbos against the #2 Amherst College. This is a huge NESCAC game here at Cousins Gymnasium. This is senior week, senior day for the Jumbos. I'm Tom Jasnowski, joined here with Bobby B. Lovich, here to bring you the broadcast. Bobby, what do you think? What are you looking forward to in this game?
All right, well, first off, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. This is going to be quite a game, as we do have the top two teams in the country. I really think it's going to be a doozy, this one. Both Tufts and Amherst have the top two offenses in the country, so it should be a shootout. They also have the top two defenses in the country, so maybe it won't be a shootout. We'll see.
It could be a defensive slugfest. It could be a shootout. As Bobby said, a true doozy is what we're looking forward to here. We know, obviously, there's a lot of star power here, and we know we're honoring the seniors right now. Michaela North, Josie Lee, and Katie Hicks here with the ceremony. Obviously, this was a big event, so we see them pictured here. And so we were talking a lot about the Jumbos and Amherst here today. That's the big matchup. We even talked about it yesterday. This has been what Division III basketball has been building towards. This is the matchup. This is the game. This is 1 versus 2 for the right, more than likely, to host the NESCAC regional tournament. This is the game, Bobby. So I know it might be a bit early, but I want to know, who are you taking? What's your pick?
Ooh, you're really putting me on the spot here, Tommy J. But, you know, I'm thinking, even though I go to Tufts and I love the Jumbos, I'm kind of going to have to say Amherst is looking really good on this one. You know, Amherst not only has the points per game advantage over Tufts on the season, but they're also averaging more rebounds per game. So it's a big difference. Tufts is averaging about 37.5 rebounds per game. Amherst College, on the other hand, averaging 44.5 rebounds per game. So, you know, Jumbos are really going to have to make sure that they crash the boards and make sure they get all those loose balls. But just because of that slight difference, I'm gonna lean slightly towards Amherst on this one.
You're taking Amherst.
Yeah. What about you, Tom?
Well, I think I've noticed. I've done quite a few broadcasts here, and there's some kind of magic here in Cousins Gymnasium, and I think it rides with the home team. And I agree. We looked at a lot of the statistics ahead of time, the points per game allowed, the rebounding, and, you know, all of those signs very slightly point to Amherst. But I believe in the home court advantage. I think Tufts plays on a different level here. We saw yesterday against Trinity, they let up 13 points in the first half. You can't write that. You can't write a story like that.
Indeed.
I think the advantage here lies with the home team, and I'm going with the Jumbos. But I have to acknowledge that there's a really, really strong push, and it's going to be a great game. I think this is a classic. We know last year they played 2 one-point games, both in the regular season and in the regular season and in the NESCAC tournament. They played 2 one-point games, so I'm sure this will be a nail-biter. Do you have any keys for the game?
Yeah, one thing, as I said, I really think Tufts is going to have to make sure they grab all the boards. One thing in Tufts' favor, though, is they've had better success at the free throw line. So Tufts shooting this year, their free throw percentage is 71%, whereas Amherst on the year is only shooting about 60% from the free throw line. So if I'm Tufts, I'm going to make sure, you know, play aggressive defense. You know, it doesn't really matter too much if you get them to the line, because Amherst hasn't been able to prove that those points are sure things, whereas Amherst, on the other hand, is going to want to keep Tufts away from the free throw line and play solid defense, make them throw up, you know, mid-range jumpers, make them shoot up three-pointers, because if they don't go in, Amherst has the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want anyone to throw up today, but we're here to honor the seniors. We had a great, you know, there was pregame festivities, as we see here, honoring Michaela North, Josie Lee, and Katie Hicks. Obviously, have spent 4 years giving their all to this program, and it's great for them to get honored. And we hope that they can, at least for me, you know, I picked the Jumbos. I'm hoping that for the sake of, you know, my pick, that they go home today with a win. Obviously, this is one of the last home games of the season. We have a rescheduled game against College of Rhode Island, or Rhode Island College, I believe. It got rescheduled, but this is the last scheduled home game for the Jumbos.
Yeah, after this game, Tufts is set to take on Williams next Friday at Williams, and then they'll host Rhode Island College on the 13th But after that, it's off to the playoffs. So both of these teams here, Tufts and Amherst, both sit at 21-0. They're both undefeated, the top 2 teams in the country. Whoever wins this game is likely to have the number 1 seed. So it'll be a good game.
It will be a good game.
We'll pause here for the national anthem.
Yeah, we will pause to take the national anthem. And you saw on the shot, usually Tufts in the gymnasium, they have a recording played, but there we have the live Tufts pep band was able to make an appearance today to perform the national anthem. That's something great that Tufts is really pulling out all the stops. This is a huge game. Obviously, we had the pep band playing the national anthem, and usually JumboCast we stop broadcasting during halftime. But today you might want to stay tuned. We have a special halftime surprise in store, especially for those familiar with Tufts staff and Tufts administration. There might be a surprise in store for you, so stay tuned.
Yeah, indeed. I've heard rumors through the grapevine that we're going to have some special guest stars, and you're going to get riled up, to say the least. I think it's definitely going to be a good time. So I would not touch that dial. I would not touch the clicker. I would not touch the mouse pad.
Yeah, I would keep your set homepage to JumboCast.com for this one.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Obviously, we love the rivalry, the Tufts Amherst rivalry. They've kind of dominated the NESCAC for recent history, and so it's great to see them here together. We have a packed house. This is probably the most full we've seen since last year's Elite 8 game. Men's or women's. This has been a really great sight. JumboCast it's a pleasure for us to be here, and we're really excited to bring you this game. We're getting the starting lineups now for the Jumbos. The Jumbos are going to go with Dylan, Lee, Michaela North, Melissa Baptista, and Katie Hicks. Katie Hicks, the senior, getting the start. Which is great for her.
Absolutely. And Tom, you mentioned that Tufts is really pulling out all the stops here, having the pep band come. As you can see, they've got the gym decorated with posters for the seniors. And it's not just us at JumboCast getting excited for this game and this rivalry. It's really all the students and the other sports teams here at Tufts who are coming and cheering on the women's basketball team. We've got the men's baseball teams in attendance, as well as the women's lacrosse team. The women's volleyball team is here as well, passing out free shirts to all the fans that say Defend Cousins Gymnasium, women's Tufts basketball, and it's really a great atmosphere here in Cousins. It should definitely be a fun one. We're expecting the noise level and the energy level to be up pretty high for this game, and you guys are in store for a real treat here on JumboCast.com.
And it's not just Tufts. I saw on my way here on College Ave, there's a picture of all the alumni that came back. On my way, I was walking down College Ave, taking my stroll to the Cousins Gymnasium, and I happened to encounter two Amherst alumni on campus walking through. So yeah, both teams have a lot of alumni support. Obviously, Amherst roughly an hour drive away from beautiful Amherst, Massachusetts, there we see, on the brand new Cousins Gymnasium video board, there's a picture of all the Tufts alumni in the house that came out for the game. So we see the players are gathering here. Both teams have great support in the stands. It's going to be a hard-fought battle today for both teams.
Indeed, and one extra piece of motivation for Tufts. Not only will the team that wins this game remain undefeated, most likely be the #1 seed, and most likely host the regional tournament, but Tufts last night tied the school record for 21 straight victories in a row. As we have the game start, if Tufts wins today, they will set a new school record for the longest undefeated streak in school women's basketball history.
And that is quite an achievement. We see Dillon out to Lee to Baptista. Baptista with the move. Baptista to the hole, gets the first points of the game.
Baptista doing a nice job driving to the right and putting it up in the basket.
Yeah, Baptista deadly with the dribble there. As we see Amherst comes out. The Tufts defense kind of playing with their classic man-to-man defense with a steal by Josie Lee. Josie Lee pushes down the court.
And
there's a foul. Blown. The whistle blown early here. We see Amherst going with a lineup of Allie Doswell, obviously the big scorer there. Hannah Hackley, and who else? And Emma McCarthy, Jenna Schumacher, and Meredith Doswell, I believe.
Yeah, the Doswell twins, Allie and Meredith from Richmond, Virginia. Both of them are seniors, and they're two of the most important players on this team. Is Allie Doswell, the leading scorer, Meredith Doswell, the leading rebounder and leading blocker.
Yeah, we see Josie Lee got trapped there, dribbled out of bounds. They're the two captains of this Amherst College squad. We'll see what they can do. Here we see Doswell bringing it up the point. Oh no, that's Jamie Renner is in the game there to Doswell, over to McCarthy. McCarthy back to Meredith Doswell, into Allie. Allie Doswell out to Meredith, out to Renner. Renner drives, kicked out to McCarthy. McCarthy loses control of it, and Lauren Dillon picks up. Lauren Dillon with incredible pace pushes down the court, sets up her offense, has Baptista outside the line. Baptista pulls up, swish. Tres puntos for Melissa Baptista. Yeah.
A nice shot as she's able to get the high release, put the flick up over the defender, and put the ball in the net.
Yeah, puts it up right over the defender.
Excellent timing, Baptista. She did not have the most room, but she made it work.
As we see Renner made a cut there.
And that's going to be a foul. So going to the line will be Jamie Renner.
It's a foul on Baptista. Tufts really wants to keep her out of foul trouble. All of these starters are going to be really important.
It's going to be a throw, and they're going to rule that it was not
foul
the
was on the floor. Over to Doswell, over to... Oh, and there's another steal. Lauren Dillon going to push. Tufts up 5-0 here early. Lauren Dillon looking. She has Baptista behind the line again. Baptista off the dribble. Ref's looking for a call. Baptista doesn't care. Baptista straight to the hole for another 2 points. She's unstoppable, scoring all of Tufts' points here with a 7-0 lead early.
Nice play by Baptista, who's got 12.5 points per game for the Jumbos, as she's the leading scorer this year.
Yeah, we saw she scored 22 last night. Has a tough fall there. The Amherst fans want a foul. Dillon pushes to Baptista. They're really feeding 33 today. Baptista over is stolen by Allie Doswell. Allie Doswell pushing the pace. Out to Jamie Renner. Renner with the scoop, can't get it to fall, but recovered by Emma McCarthy there. As we see the jump ball, possession's going to stay with Amherst.
We're seeing some very aggressive defense by the Jumbos, who are really just controlling the pace right now. They're causing turnovers. They're shooting the ball on their turns. And when Amherst gets the ball, they're just turning it over right away. So Tufts with a 7-0 lead right now. We'll see if Tufts can continue the aggression, as Amherst will look to limit the turnovers.
Yeah, Tufts has a bad taste in their mouth from the last time they played Amherst. And Lauren Dillon deflects the ball, but it goes over the half-court line, and Amherst controls. That's Jamie Renner with the ball. Pulling it up, finds Allie Doswell. Allie Doswell finds an open Renner. Tufts looking a little more zony than in the past, and a big tres puntos for Allie Doswell. Allie Doswell, the leading scorer in all of Amherst's history, there with a big three to extend her lead and get Amherst on the board here. Lauren Dillon finds Baptista. Baptista unstoppable so far, guarded by Meredith Doswell, and just as we say, Meredith Doswell gets a steal, finds Allie Doswell. Allie Doswell pushing up the court, working on Lauren Dillon. Just has such a size advantage, but Lauren Dillon doesn't care. Lauren Dillon gets the steal. She's going to make a move.
Doing a great job on defense today. She's definitely the energetic leader of this team. And she's always hustling.
Has Josie Lee outside. Josie Lee deadly from behind the arc. They call her the sharpshooter. She's going to pull. Oh, doesn't pull up. Feeds Michaela North, and that's what Michaela North does best. Rolls to the basket for an easy 2. As we see here, Amherst looks to slow down the game, play their pace. Renner to Emma McCarthy, sorry. Back to Allie Doswell. Doswell being guarded by Josie Lee. Blocked by Melissa Baptista. That was Hannah Hackley there, blocked by Baptista. Baptista got a piece, now pulls it up. We know Baptista loves the handle. Then there's a call on the floor. 14, Emma McCarthy with a foul.
So coming into the game, we'll see Jackie Knapp, the sophomore, entering for the Jumbos, as well as number 44.
As Jackie Nagel subs in for and there's a timeout for Amherst early.
Right. And the Jumbos will also see Erica DiCandido subbing onto the court. Yes. So after the first 6 minutes, Tufts is up 9-3.
After the first 4 minutes, Bobby.
Oh yeah, my part.
And here we're gonna see a player comparison. So this is these two players aren't gonna be matched up, but these are the two focal points of the team. We have Michaela North for the Jumbos. She just recently became Tufts' all-time leading scorer, and Allie Doswell recently became Amherst's all-time leading scorer. Almost identical minutes per game. They both shoot great from the floor. Obviously, Michaela North bigger on the boards. Allie Doswell bigger in the more assists, I guess. And obviously, these are the two focal points. So this is kind of the matchup. We'll see what impact each of these players is able to have on the game. We'll hopefully decide the kind of the outcome here.
North, of course, one of the most important players for the Jumbos, but Baptista's actually leading the team 12.5 points per game, and she's already got 7 right out of the gates today. So it's tough for Amherst to be able to shut both of them down, as it's a dual threat for the Jumbos offense.
Yeah, Baptista and North, the bigs combined, have all of Tufts' points so far. As we see the Jumbos look to check it in. Have to get it in. Finds Dillon. Dillon over to North. North loses control, but it goes right back to Dillon. Dillon has DiCandido, has Knapp. Knapp out to DiCandido, can't get the 3 to fall.
It was a good look for DiCandido, but unfortunately just couldn't get going in the bucket. Good smart shot selection though.
Jackie Knapp now guarding Allie Doswell. Over to McCarthy. McCarthy being guarded by Dillon. Into Allie Doswell. Knapp working on Doswell. Doswell can't get it to fall. Rebound controlled by Knapp. Knapp goes out to find DiCandido. Over to Dillon. Dillon working up the court. Dillon sizing up her options. Has North. Has Josie Lee in the corner. Josie Lee with a crazy pass in. Can't get it into the hands of North. A good attempt. We see some slick motion there from the ball boy. Can't get it to the ref.
Good defense by Meredith Doswell, who's really been a defensive stalwart this season for Amherst, as she leads the team with 1.6 blocks per game and 2.2 steals per game. She's always out there hustling and putting pressure on the offense, and she's going to be a key player throughout this game as she matches up for Amherst.
We see Renner working on Dillon. Dillon versus Renner, obviously a high-pace matchup. A lot of really high octane. Oh, as tries to find Emma McCarthy there inside, but loses control. Both teams had a quick miscue there. Both teams not playing their cleanest game, but I think that's due to each team's opposition. Obviously, we see Dillon pulling it up the court. Over to DiCandido. We've seen DiCandido just get more and more playing time as the season has gone on. One of the great stories, and really speaks of the bright future for Tufts.
Absolutely. The freshman from North Wales, Pennsylvania, she's really done a nice job as the season's gone along, as she's been able to score 6.4 points per game. Not the focal point of the offense, but she's just very efficient. She's shooting 49.5% from the field. She's shooting 83% from free throw line, and she's just doing her job as she's supposed to do.
And right there, DiCandido does her job and gets an easy 2 points there off of a great inbound play.
Nice job by DiCandido. She's not the flashiest player on this Tufts offense, but she knows her role. She's always hustling, and she's just very efficient. She's definitely going to have a much larger role for the Jumbos team going forward in future years.
Oh, and there's a travel called as Dillon gets into the head of Renner. Gets the travel call. As we'll see DiCandido inbound to Dillon. Dylan's going to push up the court. We see Renner playing Dylan-style defense, coming out to the 10-foot volleyball line to play defense. So we see DeCandido swings to Dylan. Dylan had North rolling to the paint. Dylan's going to take it back out to North. North over to Knapp. Knapp working on Allie Doswell.
Knapp looked like she wanted the foul there, but did not get the call as Amherst gets the rebound, brings it up court.
It's Doswell, goes to the hoop, can't get it to fall off of North into Dylan's hands. Dylan over to Lee. Lee driving, crosses over. Inside to North, but it gets deflected by Doswell. Or I believe that's not Doswell, that's my bad. Josie Lee out to Katie, no. As we see, there's a foul called on the floor.
That was Katie Martinson with the deflection on defense.
Yeah.
Nice job by Martinson, the sophomore. And so Josie Lee will inbound it.
Josie looking for options, has to check it back out to Dylan. Dylan being guarded by Renner. Out to DeCandido, over to Lee. Lee over to Knapp. Knapp inside to North with a sweet move in the post, gets the call, almost an and one.
Almost an and one, but not quite an and one, Tom. Michaela North, usually very strong with the finish, but that was an aggressive foul. So she's going to go out there and try and shoot from the line. This season, Michaela North, shooting free throws, has been shooting 72% as she puts that one up.
Yeah, I believe, if I remember correctly, Michaela North shoots most of her free throws one-handed. We'll double check on that, but
nope, not anymore, Tom.
not anymore. Yeah.
Where'd you hear that?
It was just a rumor on the streets. I picked it up. It's my bad for believing it, but there we see able to convert one, and we see Renner here pushing up court. Dylan ready to take her on. Dylan always takes the point, no matter who. And passed it right into the hands of Jackie Knapp. Jackie Knapp with a 1-on-2. Smartly decides to pull back. Knapp out, Dylan out to Lee, to Baptista. Baptista can't get it to fall.
Baptista going for the three is a wide open look, but you can't hit them all.
Allie Doswell loses control, but gets it back. And Doswell now with a 4-on-4. Doswell pushes inside. Gets the foul call.
And that's going to be DeCandido called for the foul.
Yeah. That's tough. A lot of fouls here. We have 6 total team fouls. We're going to see a replay here. Doswell going, being guarded by DeCandido. Really tough fall for Doswell, and Josie Lee hit the court. As Doswell hits the free throw. We were talking a lot in the early game about free throws, and we see Doswell converts there.
Absolutely. Doswell hitting 85% of her 3 free throws this season. You don't want to put her on the line.
And there's 2 for 2 right there. That's 100% in this game. That was a big 2 points there to shorten the gap to 7. As we see Dylan pushes up the court. Over to DeCandido. DeCandido pump fakes on the 3 and swishes an easy 2. That's 4 points here early for DeCandido with a nice bucket there. Yeah, I believe you said DeCandido was a first year, correct?
Yeah.
Wow. Really making her impact here early.
Really making waves. This Tufts is a good team because they have a good balance of underclassmen and upperclassmen. So a dynasty looking to continue being a dynasty in the future, Tom.
Exactly. That's what Tufts wants. That's what Coach Brewbury wants, is a dynasty to push into a dynasty. Has to get a shot off. It goes inside.
Nice defense by Batista as she puts her hands up and not able to finish the shot.
It hits her with the
Jackie Nagel.
Yeah, hits her with the Baptista bomb, and we'll see.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's a carry called on Baptista, and we see. And there, Amherst makes a quick substitution to get. I believe that's Jackie Nagel takes a seat, and we see Renner. Renner's about to bring the ball in for Amherst here. We've seen a lot of substitutions early. Both teams' true starting 5 only played the first 2 minutes together. Both teams obviously relying on a lot of bench depth. That depth is what makes them the best teams in the NESCAC year after year.
Indeed, and we see Josie Lee take the bench in favor of Jenny Mucciaroni, who's going to come in for some action.
Yeah, we see Doswell gets it. Left her open on the baseline, and Doswell gets it to fall. Doswell with a great basket and a great move there. You can't just give her the baseline.
Indeed. So Mucciaroni's a player to watch for the Jumbos, a junior from North Reading, Massachusetts. She didn't play last year because she was injured, but she's got a lot of playing experience, and she's looking to take on a larger role this year.
Yeah, Dylan cuts to the basket, and a tough fall, and there's going to be a foul on the court. Renner doesn't like the call, but Dylan will take anything she can get, and that pushes. We're going to see here. You be the judge. Tell us what you think. Tweet us at Tufts JumboCast. as you're going to see Lauren goes to shoot 2 as Amherst enters the double bonus in this quarter. It's 5 fouls now in new quarter structure. It's 5 fouls per quarter to enter the double bonus. There's no single bonus anymore as the crowd tries to psych out Dylan, and it works.
A rare miss on the free throw line for Lauren Dillon, who's been shooting 84% this year. But that one, she puts it up and it just doesn't go in.
Yeah,
do you think the nerves are maybe getting to these players on the line today? What do you think, Tom?
I think Lauren Dillon has ice water running through her veins. I don't think she has nerves about this kind of game.
That's a good point, Tom.
Yeah, she lives for games like this as she switches to the free throw to bring the Tufts lead up to 8. Tufts leading 15-7 here with just under a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. As we'll see, Renner brings it up.
And this energy in Cousins Gymnasium is pretty intense right now.
There's going to be a foul on the floor on the Jumbos. Jackie Knapp gets called for the foul. As we see here, both teams really working hard here. Every point has been hard fought. No easy baskets so far. Every shot has been contested. A great take there, but the foul on the floor, the body, I believe that's going to be on North or Dillon there.
North looked a little bit surprised they called that foul, but we'll see the replay here as she goes up. Oh, it looked like maybe it was on Baptista. I don't know if she had her feet set. And so Doswell is going to go up to the line to shoot some free throws.
Yeah, this is Meredith Doswell at the line. As a tough crowd goes for the psych out, and it doesn't work. Doswell gets the first free throw to fall.
Allie Doswell, rather. She's shooting 85% on the year, and that's she's now 3 for 3 on the game from the line. So not a good person to foul.
Meredith Doswell here at the line shooting for 2. This is the tough part of the game. 2 Doswells. You're going to have us fooled all day long. They both play at a really high level.
It's confusing because Allie's 23 and Meredith is 13. I see the 3 on the jersey, and I thought I had it. Pardon the error, folks, as we see Baptista driving. I'm glad you're all right with it, Tom.
Yeah, we'll let it slide for now. We might have to have a discussion at the quarter break, but for now we're going to let it work. As there we see a foul or out of bounds on Josie Lee. Jackie Nagel comes back in for Amherst. As we see Renner here, looks to bring it up. Dillon has owned this matchup so far. This is something that Amherst they need to get past Dillon out of half court. Here, Allie Doswell holding, switches over to Meredith. Meredith being guarded by Baptista. Into Allie. Allie Doswell with a move. Outside, kicks it out, drives, can't get it to fall into the hands of Jacqueline Knapp. Jacqueline Knapp pushes up court, being guarded by Allie Doswell. Switches over to Dillon. Tufts with no time on the shot clock, going to milk to try to get this last shot. We'll see how aggressive Renner is here with Amherst in the double bonus. You have to think she's going to play a little bit more conservatively. You don't want Dillon to get free shots at the line. Dillon over to Knapp. Knapp for 3. Trace Spoon close.
Knapp wide open.
Yeah,
and she puts it up as the buzzer sounds. And at the end of the first quarter, the Tufts Jumbos, 18 points. Amherst College, 8 points.
We're going to see a replay. Dillon with the incredible court vision, able to see Knapp wide open. And she shoots, pop, lock it, and drop it. 3 points
boom goes the dynamite for Jacqueline Knapp as she sinks the 3 at the end of the first. So the Jumbos relegating Amherst College to only 8 points throughout the first quarter. And if you're the Amherst coach, you got to be a little disappointed by the lack of points. But fantastic defense in the first quarter by the Jumbos, highlighted by Baptista and Jenny Mucciaroni coming in late in the first quarter. She did a nice job guarding the perimeter on that last possession that Amherst had. We saw the Amherst player go up for the shot, but Mucciaroni taking the body. And as we see our trivia question go up on the screen.
So here's a trivia question. Tweet us at Tufts JumboCast with your answer. The question is, who holds the Tufts single season record for assists per game? And the bonus, for a bonus point from JumboCast, how many assists per game did she have? So Bobby, what's your take? Who do you think it is?
I really don't know. Would you think it would be Lauren Dillon last year? I mean, they had a really good year last year. She was running the point.
My pick was I was gonna say Lauren Dillon, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go for the bonus. How many assists per game? I'm going to say 8 is my answer for the bonus. I don't know who it is. So combined commentators' answer is Lauren Dillon, averaging 8 assists per game. This is a really tough trivia question. It stumped both of us. We'd love to hear your answers.
If you think you know, feel free to tweet us at Tufts JumboCast. And you can also tweet us for other reasons Do you love our commentating? Do you hate our commentating? Do you have any questions? Let us know. What do you think? We'd love to hear from you guys. As we have the start of the second quarter, Melissa Baptista will inbound it to Lauren Dillon, and the action has now begun.
Lauren Dillon over to Michaela North. Renner tries to get in her face. Baptista over to Jackie Knapp. Jackie Knapp being guarded by Ali Doswell. Tough matchup for her. Over to Mucciaroni. Out to Baptista. North holding. There's a shot clock at 10. Has to get something off here. North with a travel. Easy call there for the ref.
Excellent pressure from the Amherst defense, really not giving the Jumbos any space whatsoever. North was trying her hardest to look for a shot, look for a pass, look for anything. She just had nothing. And
yeah, really forcing North to hold the ball for that long.
Yeah, severely limited her options.
Yeah, Amherst really comes out with the pressure here on defense as Renner gets to the hole. Wanted another call, but Lauren Dillon and Baptista tag team for the tough defense. As we see Knapp pushing up court. Knapp out to Mucciaroni. Mucciaroni out to Knapp. Knapp pump fakes and drives, but gets swatted on. I believe that was Nagel. That was Jackie Nagel with the big block. Out to Ali Doswell. Ali Doswell. Tres puntos for Ali Doswell there on the outside the line. He cuts the gap here to 18-11 for Amherst College.
And Amherst coming out with a bit more energy in the second quarter as they look to cut this deficit.
Lauren Dillon falls down. The Amherst faithful want to call, but nothing. As Knapp over to Baptista. Baptista with a hand in her face. Oh, can't get the three to fall as Renner gets the rebound.
Baptista's got that quick trigger, quick release as she's able to get the high release flick up there. But again, you can't hit them all. Even if you are Melissa Baptista, the leading scorer for the Jumbos.
Yeah, she's willing to put up a shot with a hand in her face. Even though a lot of the time she's left open, they're willing to put it up with a hand in her face. We saw her shoot one in the first quarter and it nailed it.
Yeah, she's shooting 39% on the year though, so you got to keep taking those if you're her.
Ali Doswell moves to the hole, nothing. Nagel with the rebound. They're calling it a jump ball, but it's going to stay with Amherst. Interesting call there. I thought Nagel had clear possession and it might have been a foul. As Baptista and Mucciaroni sub out to bring back in Katie DiCandido and Josie Lee.
Of course, for those of you following along at home, maybe watch more of the NBA, not as much college basketball. College basketball uses the possession arrow, so that time it went to the Amherst college basketball team. But next time they call it jump ball, it'll go to the Jumbos.
They like to keep things fair on the jump balls, as we see Lee being taken to school by Doswell. Renner out to Meredith Doswell. Meredith with a move to the hole. There's a call. They're calling it an offensive foul. The Jumbos crowd loves it.
And she brought the charge on offense, and it's going to cost them as it charges up the batteries for this Tufts team, who is pretty excited to get the ball back.
Yes.
As Lauren Dillon will take it up the court.
Yeah, Tufts I think running with either a 9-volt or a D battery here, and Amherst so far looking to be at the C battery, and we'll see whose charge is stronger going forward. But Tufts with the early lead, definitely higher voltage.
And here's Sadie Otley on the drive, passes it to Lauren Dillon, who puts it up, unable to get it, but
Michaela North with a big rebound. Michaela North fouled and is going to shoot two. That's a big foul there for Amherst. We saw them get into foul trouble early. Oh, it's going to be a foul on the floor.
So it's going to be an inbound pass, but you don't want to start racking those fouls up if you're Amherst College.
Yeah, you don't want to get into foul trouble with either your individual players or as a team. It's not. Oh, Dillon with a pass to North. North tries to save it, but it ends up in the hands of Amherst. Interesting play call there coming out of the inbounds. Tufts obviously likes to score from that setup. As Ali working here, out to Nagel. Nagel out to Ali. Misses the three. Recovered by DiCandido. DiCandido pushes up the court into Josie Lee. Josie Lee being double covered, trapped there by Nagel and Doswell, and Ali Doswell.
And Tufts will call a timeout.
Yeah.
Coach Berube for the Jumbos, a smart use of the timeout, as she really was trapped there. She really didn't have too much of a shot getting the double team, and so the Jumbos will take a minute to talk this over, as they actually haven't scored yet here in the second half.
Yeah,
in the second quarter rather.
We talked in the early game about how Tufts could set the record for their longest win streak, as we're going to look at a tail of the tape here between the two Tufts win streaks. In 2013-14, they won 21 in a row. One time they only won a game by 1 point, and they went as high as number 6 in the nation. The top scorer, Haley Canner, for that Jumbo squad. Here in 16-17, they won 21, could win their 22nd today. And they obviously are #1 in the country, and Melissa Baptista leading the way for this jumbo squad. So we'll see if they can extend the streak today and break that old school record. You see Lee here inbounds to Dylan. Dylan being guarded by Renner. Dylan finds Lee. Lee pump fakes. Dribbles, picks up her dribble. Out wide to Otley. Off to the races, Allie Doswell. Allie Doswell into a scoop there for, I believe that's Nagel. Nagel with the big bucket to close the gap to 5.
Excellent post play by Nagel as she's just able to use her size to get up above the Tufts defenders. Nagel, 6 foot tall, tallest player for Amherst, and she's really able to do a good job using her height to put the ball up. Nice spin move as you saw there.
Yeah, DeCandido brings it over to Josie Lee, over to Lauren Dillon. Lauren Dillon working on Renner. Renner out to DeCandido. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And stolen from North. Michaela North, a few sloppy offensive possessions here for the Jumbos. We'll see if they can regain their composure here in the second quarter. Out to Allie Doswell. Doswell being guarded by Otley. Otley with a tough strip there. They're calling it another jump ball. This one will go to the Jumbos. Sadie Otley really earning her keep there. Tough steal on Amherst's best player, Allie Doswell.
Absolutely, and this second quarter looks like a completely different game from the first quarter. As you know, at the end of the first quarter, the Jumbos are up 18-8. Haven't been able to score yet here in the second quarter, and which has been dominated by Amherst.
Yeah, Lauren Dillon, we're seeing going to push up court. We'll see if she can create some offense. Michaela North behind the three-point line, out to DeCandido. DeCandido switches over to Josie Lee. Josie Lee working on, I believe that's not Meredith Doswell. Michaela North loses control again. And this is going to be a jump ball. This one goes to Amherst. As we've seen Michaela North with some ball security issues here. Lost the past, I think, 3 possessions for the Jumbos. Tough series there for her. As we'll see Baptista and Knapp return for Otley and DeCandido.
Lots of turnovers today. Amherst with 10 turnovers and Tufts with 11. That's much higher than their season rates per game, as both of them averaging in the 14 to 15 turnovers per game ratio. And so today they're being much sloppier with the ball. This high energy causing a high pace of play as we see a foul.
Yeah,
and
really tough foul. Allie
ball.
Doswell with a big foul there on Josie Lee. Both players hit the court. We're going to see a replay of that. Keep your eyes on Doswell with a big forearm shiver there on Josie Lee. Gets her to fall, and Josie Lee gets the call. And that's 3 fouls here in the second quarter for Amherst.
And you know, Tom, you can't do that. That's what they say. You got to watch the fouls, and it's going to come back to bite you.
They put that stuff in the rule book for a reason.
For a reason, absolutely.
And Jacqueline Knapp drives to the hole. We see over to Josie Lee. Lee back to Knapp. Knapp controlling. Over to Dillon with North wide open under the basket.
Beautiful pass by Lauren Dillon as she spots Michaela North on the inside. Michaela North, quick vision, making an excellent cut, and she's able to put it up as nobody's on her.
Yeah, Dillon finding the wide open North with that eagle-eyes vision. Able to see North open underneath the basket for easy 2 jumbo points.
And so it took over half the second quarter, but the Jumbos have finally put some points up on the board here in the second period.
Josie Lee and Allie Doswell going head-to-head. We saw a great matchup and another tough foul. I think these players have spent more time on the floor than they have been standing. It's a really tough matchup so far. We're going to see a replay of that. Doswell, really tough fall there for both of them. But both of them tough competitors, obviously. It speaks to the matchup. Both of them have been working really hard as we see Allie Doswell goes to the line. Swishes the first 3 throw. That'll cut the gap to 6. Tufts 20, Amherst 14.
And Doswell now has 10 points on the game. She's been the leading scorer for Amherst all season. And I don't know if Tufts looked at the scouting report, but she's been following the game plan for Amherst this whole time, and they're going to have to slow her down.
Yeah, and that's big first player into double digits, more than most of Amherst's points as Baptista missed the fadeaway. North going for the rebound, looking for a call, but doesn't get it. North coming back on defense. As we see Allie Doswell over to Jacqueline Renner. Jamie Renner, that's my bad. As there's a foul and it's going to be Jumbo's ball. As we see Baptista, Dillon, Katie Hicks subs in for Michaela North. As you see Michaela North leaving the court frustrated. Not a good quarter for her. Quite a few turnovers there.
I think all these turnovers and all these fouls are really starting to take a toll on these players, as the pace of play has been very high. It's been moving pretty quickly and very aggressive. lots of physical contact as we see Baptista put it up, can't make it. And Tom, this fast pace of play might be starting to get these guys tired.
Yeah, well, they both played a game yesterday, and we saw, even both of them blowouts, but we saw starter action from both teams. As we see Madeline Eck here.
This could come down to who has the deeper bench.
Yeah, we've seen great bench play from both teams as Renner here working on Dylan. Feeds inside. There's going to be a foul on Katie Hicks called on the hip check. That brings it to 2 team fouls for the Jumbos.
And so as Hicks goes to the line, Tom, I just want to draw your attention. Doswell has 11 of the 14 points for Amherst, whereas Tufts has really spread out their scoring much more diversely. They've got Baptista with 7, North with 5, DeCandido 4, Knapp with 3, Lauren Dillon's got 1. They're doing a much better job distributing the ball around. We'll see if that will have an impact on the rest of this game. As
Dillon with a big steal, and as we saw, the Hannah Hackley hit the floor there. A tough no call there from the ref. Dillon drives to the hole, being double covered. Out to Knapp. Knapp for 3, can't get it to fall. As we saw Knapp hit two, I think 1 big 3 in the first quarter. Couldn't get that one to fall. As we see Jamie Renner pushing up court, working on Dillon. Big matchup as we see Ali Doswell and Josie Lee, who've been going at it all day. Switching over, Hicks switches over. Another call on the floor on Lee, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be Josie Lee's 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, so this is going to stay. We're going to see Amherst run an inbounds play. It's going to be Emma McCarthy checking the ball in. She's got Hannah Hackley. Feeds to Hackley. Hackley back to McCarthy. McCarthy can't get it to fall.
Good block
Cleans
by
up her
Baptista.
own rebound. Baptista with another Baptista block. Over to Ali Doswell. Ali Doswell with a big 3. Trace puntos for Ali Doswell. That's 14 points. 14 of the 17 points. As the lead here cut to 3. Tufts Jumbos 20. Amherst College 17. As Dillon drives. Feeds to back to Josie Lee. Josie Lee working on Doswell. Doswell with a steal, but hits the floor. Doswell and Baptista fighting for it. It's a jump ball. That's going to stay with the Jumbos. Really critical jump ball there.
And Amherst has really come out in the second quarter with a renewed defense after allowing 18 points in the first quarter. They've only given up 2 in the second quarter, and that's probably the #1 reason why they've got the best defense in the country this year, only allowing a little over 40 points per game.
Yeah, big adjustment made from them. We saw Doswell there with no hesitation to shoot over Baptista. Both of them unafraid of shooting with a hand in their face. So great awareness there from her to take the open look when it was given to her. Ali Doswell obviously dominating the game here early. The main scorer, more than just almost the only scorer here for Amherst College, but it's been a true team effort on defense slowing down these Jumbos.
Doswell 4 from 8 from the field, 3 for 4 from downtown. So if the Jumbos can maybe add a little bit more pressure, they might be able to get it.
Mucciaroni has to throw backcourt to Dillon. Dillon with a new shot clock, so they've got time to work. Over to Knapp to Mucciaroni. Out to Baptista. Baptista to Dillon. Dillon with a clear shot. Finds Baptista under the hoop, and they're going to get a foul call. That's the 4th team foul for Amherst here.
And that's Baptista a foul from Hannah Hackley with the foul. That is her 1st of the game. As Baptista will head to the line. She's got 7 points on the day. This is going to be her first free throws that she'll be shooting.
Baptista with a chance to get 2 here.
Of course, yep. Baptista not only the leading scorer for the Jumbos as she misses the first one, but also an average free throw shooter on the year. She's shooting 66%.
As we see one dedicated Amherst fan, almost his job, his sole point is to get inside the free throw shooter's head with a loud shriek right as they go to shoot the shot. As we see Baptista goes to shoot again. Baptista, and it worked. Got in her head. 2 missed free throws there from Baptista. Those were easy points, and Baptista could not convert. So Tufts only clinging to their 3-point lead here. Out to Renner. Jamie Renner being guarded by Lauren Dillon. Inside with another foul on the floor. That one being called on Michaela North. Can't believe it. Really tough. She was working on number 14 there for Amherst. Emma McCarthy and North going head-to-head. Really tough matchup, obviously. As we'll see the inbound from McCarthy. McCarthy back with the ball to Ali Doswell. Doswell being guarded by the first-year Katie DeCandido. She hits the floor, and it's out off of Doswell, and Tufts regains possession.
Excellent defense by DeCandido as she was able to maintain positioning, not causing a foul, not too much aggressive contact, but she's able to use her body in such a way as to force the handler to lose control. And so Jumbos will get the ball back as Jacqueline Knapp will take it up court.
Yeah, we saw Renner getting aggressive with a full court press on Dillon, a one-on-one full court press, an interesting defensive strategy. We see Renner playing frustrated. DeCandido pumps on the three, goes in for the short jumper, gets her own rebound, has Baptista behind the line. You have to see Baptista there. Baptista working on Hannah Hackley. Baptista for three, can't get it to fall. And Jacqueline Knapp, I believe, came down with the rebound, but then lost control. There's a foul, and it's going to be out of bounds on, not a foul, out of bounds on Amherst. It's going to stay with Tufts. Hannah Hackley there getting the tough draw.
Number 32, Jackie Nagel replaces number 14.
And the Jumbos, part of the reason they've only scored 2 points in this quarter is they're just not hitting their open jumpers. They got to start hitting those. Right now they're shooting only 42% from the field, which is below their season average.
Lauren Dillon misses an open jumper. She crossed over, had it from the free throw line, wasn't able to get it. And we see Renner and Dillon really with a tough matchup here, playing very heated. As we see North slouches for just a second, leaves Nagel open. Dawson unable to get the leaner to fall. Dawson really the focal point of the offense here. Has to create almost all of her own looks. The Jumbos defense, though, so far in this quarter, doing a better job of stifling her inside the paint, but has hit a few big threes that have really sunk the Jumbos in this quarter. As another foul on the floor called, that'll be shooting two. This is what we told Amherst wants to avoid, is entering the double bonus. This is going to be 2 more free throws for the Jumbos, for Michaela North here.
Absolutely, and this is clearly, obviously, a very close game between 2 very evenly matched teams. This is a very realistic chance that this game is going to come down to 1 or 2 points. And when you're starting to give away free points like this, just putting people on the line because you're in the double bonus, that's what could potentially cost you the #1 seed, the chance to host the regional tournament.
Yeah, and Michaela North unable to convert. We saw Baptista miss 2 free throws. And North gets 1. That's 3 points for the Jumbos in this quarter, clinging to the 4-point 21-17 lead as we see Renner pushing the pace up against Dillon. They might try to go for the 1-and-1 here, try to get 2 points by the end of two looks by the end of the quarter. As Renner falls down looking for the call, North falls down, no call on Nagel. North slow to get up as Dillon pushes pace out to DeCandido. Baptista wide open. Baptista misses the open 3. Recovered by Amherst.
And Amherst will get the ball as they're pretty excited. They're going to get the call in their favor. So with about 20 seconds to go, Amherst will hold the ball.
Yeah, no shot clock here for Amherst as they look to milk the last seconds of this clock and get the last shot in the quarter. But you know the Jumbos are no slouch on defense. They're going to keep the pressure high here. Oh, it's a foul actually, and Amherst will go for the line. Yeah, that puts Tufts over the double bonus, and that'll send Amherst to the line. This will be Madeline Eck shooting 2 as she misses the first. These
free throws are big. You know, it could really come down to a single point or two. And Tufts only 3 for 8 from the line today, whereas Amherst, as they sink that one, they're now going to be 4 for 8. So, or rather, 6 for 8. 4 for 7, sorry. 4 for 7. They're shooting over 50%, whereas Tufts shooting under 50% from the free throw line. So, you know, that's not really an acceptable way to lose the game. If you're the coach, you've got to be a little upset. They got to crisp that up as the Jumbos will hold the ball for the last 10 seconds as they look to extend this 3-point lead.
See DeCandido into Baptista. Baptista out to Knapp for an open 3. Can't get it to fall. North corrals the rebound. 3 seconds left. North pulls up. Can't get it to fall. Baptista at the end. Can't get it to fall. Wow, really tough series there. 3 missed shots there for the Jumbos. You hate to see that as the first half ends with Tufts clinging to a 3-point lead here at Cousins Gymnasium. 21 for the Tufts Jumbos, 18 for Amherst College.
So the Jumbos only able to put up 3 points on the board in the entire second quarter. Definitely something they're going to look to improve on in the second half as the Amherst defense really came out with a renewed intensity. Very good defensive play by Amherst College. The Jumbos also have to improve on their ability to shoot field goals, though, as they're only shooting 33% from the field. Amherst, though, also only shooting below 30% from the field. So as we head into the second half, we'll see which team can crispen up their offense a little bit.
Yeah, and not to beg on the sports analogies, but we talked ahead of the game that it could have been an offensive horse race. It could have been, a real race to see who would get more points, or a defensive slugfest, and it really turned into a slugfest here defensively. And obviously, like in a boxing match, the tail of the tape, who wins each round. And we saw the Jumbos took the first round, and we saw Amherst really fight back to take the second round of this bout easily for the big win in the second quarter for Amherst there.
Indeed, and before the game, we said this one was going to be a doozy, and it certainly is shaping out to be one. And so now at halftime, we'd like to turn your attention to the half court, as we have John Sachs, the former men's lacrosse captain who just graduated last year, will be the MC, Master of Ceremonies, for this halftime show. And we do have a special guest, and stay tuned as you will get to see who it's going to be.
Put the shoes on, dribble up court. We're bringing you the halftime here from Cousins Gymnasiums. Players have to dress in a full uniform, put the shoes on first, and then get the shorts on. The player in blue gets the shorts on first, has to put the jersey on, and then I believe they have to hit a shot of some sort. There's a ball there. I'm not too keen on this halftime activity. They have to hit a layup, and can't get the layup to fall. The player in blue able to get the layup first. It's a relay. It's a relay of sorts. So they have to trade outfits, and then they have to hit a layup. This is interesting festivities here. We know Tufts is pulling out all the stops for this one, and we have a dress and shoot relay here as they trade shorts, shoes, and jersey, and they have to take the ball down the court, trading sides. The player and the brown team, I think they're just about even right now.
Neck and neck here.
As the brown team misses the first shot. Blue gets it to fall, and blue wins the relay, and a really, really heartbreaking loss there for brown. My preseason pick was on blue, so I'm happy with that one. But I know Owen here. We're joined with Owen Finnegan for the halftime report. Owen was taking brown.
I had brown all the way, Tom. It's a tough loss for me. Don't want to imply that I had money on it, but I had money on it, so it's a tough loss for us.
It was a tough loss for brown. We're going to see what the next event here is. As we said, John Sachs, former lacrosse captain here, directing the ceremonies here at halftime. And we know they're trying to represent a lot of different sports on this one. I believe those were fellow athletes there, and we're going to see a different event here.
Did my eyes deceive me, or is that President Anthony Monaco right
Well,
there?
that just might be. Everyone give a big jumbo salute to Tufts University President Anthony Monaco. And I believe he is joined by a few fellow Jumbo's administrative staff. There was rumors that Dean of Student Affairs Mary Pat McMahon was supposed to make an appearance. But I don't know. I can't believe what I'm seeing. President Anthony Monaco is making an appearance. Obviously a big Tufts fan, and we know Anthony Monaco's Facebook account, legendary appeal. He'll write on your Facebook wall for your birthday, guaranteed.
Yeah, he was the first one to wish me a birthday.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow. Owen got his first happy birthday wish.
My first happy birthday wish.
His family didn't do it. His brother, sister,
my loved
friends,
ones. None of them.
Anthony Monaco will wish you Facebook a happy birthday on your Facebook before anyone else.
Can I just comment on Anthony Monaco rocking the business casual, but with the sweet shoes? That's a good look.
He does have the Tufts Jumbos. I believe Jumbo's seeking a Nike sponsorship.
It lets you know he's all business, but he's ready to throw down on the court no matter what.
Yeah, I hear Anthony Monaco in his heyday. I don't know if he can still pull it off. Was a big fan of the 360 windmill slam. Was his move on the court.
Yeah,
I believe was what he co-opted. I think he might have been the first to ever produce a windmill.
They called
slam.
him Big Money Monaco back in the day because he could just throw it down in the paint.
Yeah, he was. He's big in the paint. I know he goes hard in the paint is what some might say.
Yeah. friend of the program, Walk a Flock of Flame, actually.
Yeah, Walk a Flock of Flame, really, with that one. Yeah, tough reference. So I believe the activity here is a 3-point shooting contest. Monaco might be providing defense. I don't really know, but we know he's an athlete. He's purebred, built for this kind of stuff. So yeah, I believe it's a 3-point shooting contest. Oh, great form there. Monaco from the free throw line and nothing but air. You got to chant at that guy all day.
That's
air
tough.
ball. You know, a big three. Nothing.
Monaco cleans up the glass. Dishes it for the layup.
That's one basket for Team Monaco. Monaco, unable to get the three to fall. I, again, can't quite follow what the goal of this activity is.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Rebounding either. Monaco with the big board. The
swift feet.
Oh, tough, unable to get it to fall. Monaco from the free throw line, going to try his luck again. Again, loves the front of that rim. Just can't quite avoid it. Team Monaco over here. Oh, and there's another bucket. I believe that must be a Tufts basketball alum or something. She is carrying Team Monaco. Monaco
tries to bank.
Yeah, I think he's looking to build a house because he has nothing but bricks so far. President Monaco early here. Another bucket for the lady in the teal shirt. Monaco with another incredible miss, just unable to find basket there. Let's see.
You think Monaco would have practiced in the upcoming week for this event, but it doesn't look like he spent any time.
I think he might have. I really think he might have. He's going to pull up from three. Oh, goes for the laser. I know that shot from my Friday nights, the laser shot, as opposed to the high arc. But Monaco can't get the laser to fall. Yeah. So we'll see what strategy he employs next. I think he's up next on the shot. He's going to go for that free throw.
Oh, from Monaco range.
Hey! Gets it to fall. The man will sleep well tonight, knowing that he made that shot.
You know what they say about Anthony Monaco? He puts numbers on the board.
That's true. That's what they've always said about him. As a leader, as a researcher, as a doctor, and as a president. Okay, here's the final score. Team Monaco, I believe, probably did not win that one. Oh, the Dean of Students team. But that's Mary Pat McMahon, the Dean of Students, led the other team. She was rumored to make an appearance, and I didn't quite see her. But her team took the big W, and Monaco will remember that as he's making his personnel decisions at the end of the year.
Yep.
We might see a pink slip under Mary Pat McMahon's door.
Yeah, who knows?
After that one, a really tough loss there for Team Monaco.
Well, Tom, it was an honor to step in and be able to commentate this absolutely electric halftime show, and I look forward to the second half.
Yeah, thanks, Owen. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for enjoying the festivities. And keep it tuned here. We've got about 6.5 minutes before the start of the third quarter, so keep it tuned in and send us your tweets. We could look at them here on tweet us at Tufts JumboCast.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to visit the concession stand in the Cousins lobby. All proceeds benefit the Tufts NESCAC Championship Women's Volleyball Team, Elite 18 this year. So visit the concession stand for drinks and food. All proceeds benefit the women's volleyball.
to Cousins Gymnasium. I'm here, Bobby Lovich, along with my good friend Tom Jazzy Jazianowski, as his calls are music to the listeners' ears. The score is 21 for the Jumbos and 18 points for Amherst College. Tom, what do you think of the first half?
I thought the first half was great. We saw a lot of defensive intensity, and we know that this is a big game. This is a huge game. This is the game of the year for both teams. And we know we have a lot of JumboCast viewers at home. We'd like to give a shout out now to the Tufts equestrian team watching from home and the Tufts club frisbee team, the Elephant Men at Tufts E-Men, watching from home. We'd like to give them a shout out. Always big JumboCast supporters here.
Indeed, and we really appreciate everybody at home who's watching the broadcast on their laptops, their iPads, their Nooks, their crannies, whatever else you may be watching on, whatever devices
tablets,
you have.
the Windows Surface, pretty much anything. If you're watching, we love it. Even on your mobile phone.
We're a big fan of all that technology that lets everybody get in touch with the games here at JumboCast. And again, if you want to get in touch with JumboCast, please feel free. Send us tweets at JumboCast, at Tufts JumboCast on Twitter. Tom, we've been integrating the Twitter with the trivia game. We asked our trivia question: who holds the Tufts single season record for most assists per game? We'd like to take a look at our Twitter right now, as we have Alex Broder at Alex Broder 2015. He's sending his prediction: Jessica Dyer, 9 assists per game. All right, well, we'll see
how it
if
works.
that's correct, as we actually just saw a penguin walk by in the background. I don't know if you could see that on air.
And we know obviously very big game. We decided in JumboCast fashion we still want to rep the JumboCast polos.
Absolutely.
But we decided big game. We wanted to come out with big outfits. So tweet at us if you like it, if you hate it, if you think we're tacky, if you think we're great. You know, Bobby here with his Clyde Frazier inspired outfit. I believe this is Gucci. You can find this on the marketplace.
I think it's Gucci. I'm not sure.
And then this, my Armani. I'm inspired by Don King here with the suit jacket. You can find this on the JumboCast marketplace.
You know, we like to
well.
channel our favorite announcers from all time, from the great NBA. And, I think we're rocking it pretty well, Tom. I really like this blue suit on you.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. That means a lot. Yeah. We like to dig through the closet, see if we can bring a little excitement into our broadcast booth.
Although I don't know if we really have to, because this game has been really exciting. What do you think of the first half action,
Yeah,
Tom?
I love the defense. I'm a big fan of defensive basketball, and I've been more than pleased to see what's been going on. Nothing but constant defensive pressure from both teams. Really scrappy. I was going to say it looks like a fight out there. We've seen a lot of and it's been safe play so far as well, which has been great. But really aggressive, really tenacious from both sides. I think that's been my favorite part. What have you liked, Bobby?
Yeah, I definitely think the defense has really been turning it up, as we've seen a lot of forced turnovers today. Amherst with 15 turnovers in this game. Tufts has 11. And both teams are not really shooting very well from the field, as Amherst only shooting 29.4%. The Jumbos only shooting 33.3% from the field. So we'll look to see if these teams can, channel their offense, channel their energy, and put the ball in the hoop,
Yeah, we'll see if they can make a few more baskets. We know, obviously, both teams like to go pretty hard in the paint, as we were talking about at halftime. And so we're looking here to start the third quarter action. The Amherst College will get the ball here. Allie Doswell is going to check it into Jamie Renner, as Renner pulls the ball up. Back to Doswell. Doswell working outside. Finds Hannah Hackley. Hackley back to Renner. Renner working. As a spin move to the hole, doesn't fall, but the rebound corralled into Doswell, and Doswell gets another point. That's 20-21.
Doswell with a big basket. Nice passing game by Amherst College. No one really forcing any shots they didn't have. They looked for Doswell, who of course has been the leading scorer in this game, and she's able to put it up. Nice shot by Doswell, taking her time.
Josie Lee passes to Baptista. Baptista over to Lauren Dillon. Dillon inside to Michaela North. Michaela North working there on Emma McCarthy. No match for Michaela North with the big spin move and the finish.
Beautiful post play by North, as she's now got 8 points on this game.
Yeah, they call her the North Pole for a reason. Ice cold from that distance.
Absolutely.
Perfect accuracy, and delivers presents pretty much at least once a year.
Absolutely.
If not more frequently.
Michaela North, she knows the game, and she's going to play it. She's got the post moves, and she's ready to put it in the basket.
And there's a travel called on Renner. Renner frustrated by Dillon's aggressive defense. As we see, Baptista checks it into Dillon. Dillon going to bring it up the court. Dillon being guarded by Renner. Out to Josie Lee. Josie Lee working on McCarthy, Hannah Hackley, the 20-on-20 matchup. Baptista back out to Dillon. Nothing going inside the painted area as North tries to back down Doswell. Or no, I believe that's McCarthy. Yeah. As the rebound there by Hackley. Hackley over to Renner.
And so Renner will reset the offense and look to slow things down.
Okay, Renner looking. Renner has McCarthy. McCarthy back to Renner. Josie Lee falls. Another body called on Josie Lee there. Tough foul there for the Jumbos to take early here. We're going to see a replay. Again, you be the judge. Josie Lee with the hip check. Josie Lee falls, but the foul called on her.
You can't do that, Tom. You know the rules, and so do I, and that's not allowed.
I believe that's section 3, subsection 4, bullet point A. You can't do that. That is not allowed. As we see Amherst try to take a reset here. Out to Hackley. Hackley over to, that's Meredith Doswell, one of the captains. To McCarthy. Meredith Doswell with the ball. Meredith picks up her dribble. Over to McCarthy. McCarthy working. Back to Renner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Renner drives. Over to Hackley. Hackley back to Renner. 3 seconds on the clock.
And Lauren Dillon can't believe they called the foul on that, as she didn't look to make much contact on the ball handler. But they're gonna slap her with the foul, and that's going to be Lauren Dillon's second foul of the game.
Yeah, that was a tough foul there for Dillon to take. Gives Amherst a full shot clock, as Amherst was trying to use every second there. And we'll see if the Jumbos can keep up the defensive intensity as Renner picks up her dribble, finds McCarthy. McCarthy over to Hackley. Hackley working on Lee. McCarthy with penetration as Baptista with the Baptista bomb blocks the shot. North, an air ball there from Dawson.
Great effort by Doswell. She tries to save it, but when she tried to throw the ball back in, it hit the back of the backboard. Even though the backboard is considered in play, if you hit the front of it, if you hit the back of the backboard, that is out of bounds. So the Jumbos will get the ball back as Baptista will pass the inbound to Lauren Dillon, who will take it up court. Lauren Dillon, as we see, has that nice elbow pad. She says it helps her shooting motion and prevents any elbow pain, as she takes a lot of shots. Anything to keep you healthy on the court, as she's an important player for this Jumbos offense.
As Renner gets in between Dillon and the ball and gets a steal, we saw Renner and Dillon have really been going head-to-head aggressively all day long, and it's been a great matchup to watch. Two of the best in the NESCAC at their respective position. Renner here taking her time, uses 15 seconds before getting her first pass off on the shot clock. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Renner really wanting to, Amherst, interesting strategy, being down 3, willing to drain the clock as it goes over to McCarthy. McCarthy working on the baseline. Hackley with the jumper, unable to get it to fall. Recovered by Josie Lee. Josie Lee gets the foul call. Josie Lee would not be denied on that rebound. Couldn't take the jump ball call. Want to keep possession with Tufts.
And that's Emma McCarthy, number 14, with the foul. That's her third of the game. She's upset that they didn't call a jump ball. She thought that she had a clean hand on it, but the refs are going to rule that Josie Lee had full possession of the ball, and so the Jumbos will get the ball back. Tom, I'm not really sure how I feel about that possession for Amherst, as they really just kind of stood still, drained the clock down, and then as the shot clock hit 1 or 2 seconds, they kind of forced up a shot that they didn't really have. Interesting strategy.
It's an interesting strategy played here by Amherst as North goes to Dillon. We'll see if it pays off, but unclear so far. Dillon out to Knapp. Knapp working on Renner now. Into Baptista. Baptista left with the baseline, and then a big foul call. No contest there as Nagel hits the floor. Tough fall for her.
And so this Tufts crowd pretty excited that Baptista will be going to the line. She's 0 for 2 from the line today. 7 points, but she'll look to improve on her free throw shooting numbers.
Yeah, as Meredith Doswell called on the foul. As Baptista swishes the first one, widens the gap to Tufts 24, Amherst 20. Now it's a 2-possession game here. As Baptista can't get the second one to fall, but Michaela North with a big offensive rebound. She's working, being guarded by Meredith Doswell. As Lauren Dillon, as Allie Doswell got to sit down as DiCandido misses the 3. Might have been a long 2 as Baptista. They're calling it a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Tufts. I really don't know what I think about that. I think Baptista maybe had a hand on it, but an interesting call there. But Tufts, the Tufts crowd loves it, but I don't think I quite agree. I think that was a very clear Amherst possession. It's Baptista being guarded by Meredith Doswell. Out to DiCandido. DiCandido guarded by Hackley. Dillon working on Renner. Oh, Renner looks like she hurt something.
Nice shot by Lauren Dillon. It goes in, and they're going to call, what's this, a timeout?
I think this might be
foul?
an injury timeout. I think
Injury timeout.
Renner hit her funny bone.
Ooh.
It doesn't look to be
Does
too
not look
bad.
funny.
She's not leaving the game, but not a funny injury. We both know that. That really smarts when you nail your funny bone.
Indeed. They will count the 2 points in the bucket for Lauren Dillon as the Jumbos take a 26-20 lead.
Yeah, as the Jumbo's really coming out here, cooking on offense.
Yeah, we're glad Renner's okay, though, and she'll get the ball back here.
Yeah, maybe she is. It looks like she hurt her elbow. Maybe that's what Dillon is trying to prevent with the shooting sleeve. Is that?
Yeah.
that
Maybe
elbow
more
pain.
people should take Lauren Dillon's lead and put that on. It's not just for style.
As we see Baptista getting the turnover, pushing up court, working on Hackley, dishes out to Knapp. Knapp to DeCandido to Baptista with the open 2, swishes it.
Good shot for Baptista, and that will put her into double-digit scoring for this game.
As Amherst takes a timeout, Tufts here. Tufts was only up by 3 at the break. And Tufts widening the gap here to 8 with some big early pressure from Tufts.
Indeed. So Tufts, as you see the replay here, really nice ball movement on that play. Knapp to DeCandido to Baptista, really passing around until they get the shot that they need, and that's why Tufts has such a good, efficient offense.
Yeah, and that was a hockey assist on that one for Knapp. The pass to the pass that scored.
Exactly. Knapp hitting DeCandido, and DeCandido with the smart awareness to hit Baptista. And we like to give a shout out to Isle Hendrickson, who's tweeting in that she's watching Erica DeCandido, who's her niece. So thanks, Isle Hendrickson, for watching. We appreciate your support.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we talked DeCandido, the first year from North Wales, Pennsylvania. Doesn't play like a first year. This, obviously, the biggest game of the season, has played incredibly well with an assist and 4 or 6 points on the game so far. Really excellent play from her. As we see Renner and Dillon go at it again. The two really battling all day long. Neither has taken a seat for very long. Big miss. North with the big rebound, using that 6'2" frame to corral that rebound. Up to Dillon. Dillon pushing. Dillon working on Renner. Dillon has DeCandido making a cut. Finds North. North has Knapp.
Nice
to
ball
Baptista.
movement.
Yeah, really great ball movement. Baptista loses control, and it goes off North, and it's going to... that would have been a Jumbo's ball, but it hit Michaela North right in the leg, and that's going to be Amherst's ball.
Yeah, so an unfortunate turnover for the Jumbos, and Amherst will get the ball back. But the Jumbos looking to continue this aggressive, pace-setting defense that they've maintained throughout the entire first half.
Yeah, Allie Doswell subs back in addition to Madeline Eck subs in for Renner. So I think this is the first time Renner sat down all game. As we see Eck unafraid, finds Nagel. Nagel working on North. And a tough no call there. There was a lot of contact. I don't know what I think about that. An Eck call there hits Jacqueline Knapp from behind. I don't know what to make of that defensive sequence there. There had to have been some call. There was a lot of contact, but the refs called a clean block there on North. Let's see a replay of that. We'll see Nagel taking it. North with a clean swat. I think it was just some lower body contact there.
Certainly some mixed opinions by the fans, as we've got a lot of Amherst fans who did not like the call, a lot of Jumbos fans who did like the call, and regardless of what happened, I think we can all agree there's definitely a lot of hype in this building.
Yeah, Nagel there stealing one from North. North getting back on defense. As you see Allie Doswell over to Eck. Eck loses control into DeCandido's hands. DeCandido pushing up pace.
DeCandido, smart choice to slow it down.
Yeah, both teams have been getting anxious.
She plays like a 4-year veteran.
Baptista from the corner, unable to get it to fall. We've seen Baptista going a little bit cold from 3 in these past 2 quarters. We'll see if she can get it back, as we see Allie Doswell, the heartbeat of the Amherst offense.
Baptista now only 1 for 7 from downtown, as she looks to improve on that. And we'll see a foul.
There's a foul on Melissa Baptista. She fouled Jackie Nagel as she went to the hole.
So going to the line now will be number 20, Hannah Hackley. And Hannah Hackley, not the best free throw shooter for this Amherst offense, only shooting 58.8% from the field. Do you think maybe this is a strategy Tufts is employing, maybe Hackley, knowing she's not the best free throw shooter?
I was thinking about that before the game, the Hackley method. As Hackley proves us wrong, and almost as we say it, she comes in with a free throw made. as Baptiste is going to sit down, and we're going to have, I believe that's Katie Hicks subbed in for the Jumbos. As you see, the Hackahathley hackathon did not really pay off early here, as she's able to make 2, and we eat our words here as the Jumbo strategy does not pay off. They are not very tasty words, but we'll see if the Jumbos can regain composure and maybe try a new strategy to slow down Amherst, as Michaela North goes for the mid-range, unable to get it to fall off the bank.
Interesting one-handed shot there from Michaela North, not able to put it in, but you mentioned that before, Tom, that she used to shoot her free throws one-handedly, and we didn't see that early in the game, but she shot that one with one hand, so interesting strategy by Michaela North as we see another foul.
A foul on Michaela North, and there's over 3 minutes, and that's going to be the 4th team foul for the Jumbos. And that's her 2nd personal foul. So very, very tough sledding here for the Jumbos. A lot of fouls, and we saw Amherst got into foul trouble in the first quarter, and you don't want to let teams go to the line. And there's a big bucket there for Meredith Doswell. They're getting the bucket to fall. The other captain, obviously we've talked a lot about Ali Doswell, but Meredith Doswell leads the team in rebounds and the team's defensive heartbeat. So the Doswell sisters really making their presence known. As Dillon goes, no call, a clean block by Jackie Nagel. Moves to Allie Doswell. Doswell up to Hannah Hackley. Hackley falling down, the ball just goes out of bounds. Amherst players couldn't stay up. Maybe the groundskeeping crew put a little something special on the court for Amherst.
Something a little special. We don't know maybe what it was, but I think one of the issues there for Amherst was they got a little excited on the turnover after the block by Nagel, and they really looked to push the offense, but I think maybe they were going a little bit too fast for their own good as they were just falling all over the place.
Yeah, Lauren Dillon calm, resets out to North to DeCandido, into Knapp. Knapp being guarded by Allie Doswell. Josie Lee being guarded by Meredith Doswell. The Doswells again has
another block by
no
Jackie
call.
Nagel.
Yeah, Jackie Nagel forming a wall around the Tufts players and just blocking everything. Leaving Hannah Hackley open, unable to get the jumper to fall. No call. It's going to stay with Tufts as it goes off of Allie Doswell. As the Jumbos look to cut this Amherst run. Amherst on a 4-0 run. And usually that's not very significant, but in a game like this, a 4-0 run could change the tide, could change the lead as Michaela North subs out.
Absolutely. Every point's going to be a difference maker in this one. And Jackie Nagel, we just saw 2 quick blocks. She's averaging 1.3 blocks per game. She's almost like Bob the Builder just because she likes to build things with all her toy blocks. But definitely a defensive stalwart there for Amherst.
As Dillon can't get anything to go there. Or that was DeCandido on the drive. As we see Amherst pushing pace, Allie Doswell running the floor. Left wide open underneath, that's Jackie Nagel. With the block, she gets a bookends there, gets the points as well as Dillon.
Nagel, the two-way player in this third quarter, really been a spark plug for Amherst.
Dillon gets the crazy leaner to work, put that one on the NESCAC top 10 of the week. Ridiculous shot there, but gets it to fall as we see Doswell running the point here, working on Jackie Knapp. They're calling the travel. The crowd wanted it, and Jackie Knapp wanted it, and they're going to get the call.
And that's going to incite the crowd. They're pretty hyped to see that as everybody on the Tufts bench stands up. Interesting development. They were all sitting down. They all stood up, so clearly incite a lot of emotions for these players.
Yeah, this is really tough as we see the Jumbos really working. Josie Lee working. Jackie Nagel gets the strip. Jackie Nagel there with a steal. Nagel rallying up the stats here in this quarter. Really effective player so far. One of the X factors. Her height really a problem as we see Allie Doswell working on, I believe that's Jackie Knapp. Over to Hackley. Hackley over to Nagel. Nagel back to Doswell. We've got less than 10 left. Doswell puts up a 3, can't get it to fall. As there's a foul called. And over the back on Lauren Dillon. Well, not on Lauren Dillon, but the foul.
That's on Madeline Eck, number 12. Nice job by Lauren Dillon. She's significantly shorter than Madeline Eck, but she did a good job boxing out, gaining positioning that she needed. And Madeline Eck with the over-the-back foul going to give the ball back to the Jumbos as they look to improve this 4-point lead with 12 seconds to go.
Yeah, the Jumbos looking to milk the clock at the last shot. They've got 7 seconds on the clock, no shot clock. Left wide open, they wanted to travel. Hicks can't get it to fall. And that'll be it. No shot. As we end the third quarter, Tufts clinging to a 4-point lead, 30-26. Boy, Bobby, B-Love. I can't wait for this fourth quarter. There's a lot of excitement going in Cousins Gymnasium. Every call, I think, elicits almost a cardiac arrest from the crowd so far.
Indeed. So we'll get the answer to our JumboCast trivia question. Who holds the Tufts single season record for assists per game? Bonus, how many assists per game did she have? Before we had Alex Broder at Alex Broder 2015 tweeting. He predicted it was predicted that he thought it was Jessica Dreyer with 9 assists per game. Let's see if he's correct.
We're going to see the answer. Hey,
Hey,
right,
it was
Bobby.
Lauren Dillon. That's who we picked.
Yeah,
and
last
Lauren
year.
Dillon, this is actually last year, 2015, 2016, averaging 4 points.
But he was very wrong on his Twitter response question. And so we've got a lot of obviously Dillon. That was her sophomore year, hoping to build forward into the future. Has this year left and the following year, as we're going to key in on the Penguin, the Amherst Penguin. Maybe he's lobbying. We know Amherst right now playing without a mascot. Maybe lobbying to become the new mascot. Could we be facing the Amherst Penguins in the future years?
Indeed.
It would not be out of the question for NESCAC mascots between the Jumbos and the Bantams.
That'd be certainly interesting. Amherst, as we know, used to be the Lord Jeffs, but the student body voting to get rid of that. Yeah, eliminate that as their nickname, as it had some racist historical connotations. So currently playing without a mascot. What do you think about that, Tom?
I think that really, you would think that it affects the morale of the team, but in the case of Amherst, they've really kept their composure without a mascot. And we've got some action down low on the floor. It's going to be Amherst ball here with 16 seconds to shoot.
You know, when you're the #1 team in the country, I don't know if you really need a mascot to keep your morale up when they've got players like these girls who they've got.
Yeah, we'll see Doswell working on Josie Lee. There's a shot taken, unable to fall, but Jackie Nagel with the rebound. Oh, and a tough fall there. As we see Michaela North goes down. A really tough fall there. We hope the best. We hope she's okay. She looks to be under her own power. As she gets up under her own power. That was a really tough fall. We're just happy that she's okay.
Never good to see a player go down with an injury, especially in a game like this where she's so important to her team. But she's going to toughen out, and she'll continue playing.
Yeah,
so
she's a competitor. She's a competitor, and we know that if she weren't okay, she would leave the game. But all signs point to she being all right. It was just a tough fall. It looked like she had the wind knocked out of her, but she's going to stay in the game. That North versus Nagel matchup is proving really tough so far. As we see Meredith Doswell working over to Allie, her sister. Nagel working on North. Out, unable to miss the three as Nagel gets another offensive rebound, and the foul on Josie Lee. That's 2 quick fouls. Big rebound there for Jackie Nagel.
And we mentioned before the game, Amherst with the lead on the boards on the season and able to grab the offensive rebound. So certainly a strength for Amherst as they're able to earn another possession.
Yeah, we'll see Amherst working it in. Meredith Doswell with the near finish, but unable to get it to fall. As North picks up the rebound, finds Dillon. Dillon gonna slow down the pace as they push up court. Working Knapp over to Lee. Lee working on Madeline Eck, sorry. Dillon out to Knapp. Knapp out to Dillon. Dillon working inside, finds North. North has Baptista behind her. They're calling it out of bounds on North. She can't believe it.
Well, it's a line that's drawn in the sand, and when the ball lands there, it's a turnover. So Michaela North playing with fire as she's dribbling near the sideline and just didn't have enough room, so she got burned. That's a turnover, and Amherst will get the ball back.
Yeah, they say when you play with fire, you might just get burned, and that's what happened to Michaela North right there. As we see Allie Doswell bringing it up, guarded by Jacqueline Knapp. So far, Tufts has had no answer for Allie Doswell. Tried Lee, they've tried Knapp, they've tried Baptista, and nothing has worked on Doswell. As we see Nagel goes to the hole, nothing.
And Doswell, of course, the leading scorer in this game for Amherst, or either team for that matter, as she's got 16 points in this showdown. between the 1 and the 2 teams in the country.
As we see Hicks checks in and Emma McCarthy checks in for Jackie Nagel, who played an incredible third and early fourth quarter. Really an X factor. Excellent play from her. As we see Dillon, Baptista, Hicks, Knapp, and DeCandido working up against Doswell, McCarthy, I believe Hackley, and Eck, I believe. Dillon inside to Baptista. Baptista corrals it, working in the low post, unable to get it to fall. Big rebound there.
Nice job by Amherst today, shutting down Baptista. She's got 10 points, but she's only 4 for 13 from the field. So the Jumbos have really relied on her a lot on offense, and Amherst doing an excellent job limiting the damage that she's going to contribute.
As left wide open is Dawson. Dawson can't get it to fall, but Eck uncovered for the rebound. No one boxed her out. As a big foul called.
And this Amherst crowd is getting quite excited up in here. The Jumbos fans are pretty silent, along with the members of the Jumbos team all sitting down on the bench.
Replay. That's another foul for Baptista. That's her 4th personal foul, and that's 4 team fouls with just over 7.5 minutes to play here in the 4th. That's something that we talk about. You can't get into the bonus, and the Tufts is one away. They're basically in the double bonus. Next foul gets Amherst to shoot 2.
Indeed, you don't want to give away free points, and these fans really starting to recognize the significance of every offensive possession, every turnover, every free throw missed.
McCarthy killed the Jumbos on the boards. Doswell left wide open.
Good ball movement by Amherst to see Doswell on the inside, but unable to finish the layup, and Baptista getting the rebound, bringing it coast to coast with the spin move in the post.
That's a big bucket there for Tufts with the spin move down low. Baptista with a huge bucket there. As we see Amherst going to take a timeout.
Beautiful job by Baptista, as she does every job from the defense to the rebound to the dribbling to the offense,
yeah,
and
with
now
a ridiculous handle, sweet move down low, able to get it to go.
As you see the replay here, so Baptista is starting to heat up a little bit, and the energy in this building really starting to heat up as well. It's pretty ecstatic up in this crowd, and these fans really starting to get very excited. You know, Amherst only about an hour away from Medford, and we see fans from both teams, both colleges cheering on their teams. It's gonna be an interesting one as this buzzer comes close.
Yeah, this one's really going down to the wire. It's only 32-27 here in the 4th. Both teams love to score a lot more points, but both teams, we know, they like to allow roughly this many points a game. This is a good defensive showing, obviously tough for either offense to get started here. Both teams with stifling defenses, as we're going to see Amherst bring it into Doswell. Both teams, Tufts has to be really careful with the fouls here in the 4th. They could get into trouble. There's an errant pass.
And that looks like it's going to be a reach-in foul on DeCandido, I believe.
And that's going to be the fifth team foul for the Tufts Jumbos. Now 7 minutes left, and every time the Jumbos foul, Amherst will be shooting 2 shots. That's what that means for them.
So Doswell will now go to the line for Amherst, and she puts that one in, and she's now got 4 points on the day.
This is Meredith Doswell here shooting for Amherst. And we'll see if she can get the second.
It does not go in.
She cannot get it to fall as the rebound falls to Jacqueline Knapp. Knapp to Dillon. We see Dillon, DeCandido, Hicks, Baptista, and Knapp. Baptista working on Meredith Doswell. Loses control. DeCandido recovers. DeCandido takes her dribble. Finds Baptista. Baptista for 3. Can't get it to fall. Baptista gone cold from 3 here in the second half. Nothing doing yet. As we see Doswell here.
Slowing down the pace a little bit, looking for her offensive weapons to get set, and an errant pass.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Jumbo's ball.
And that's a big turnover there. We've seen both teams turn it over a lot. I don't think it's due to sloppy play. Both teams execute highly on offense, but it's due to mainly defensive pressure. As we see Dillon pushing up the court here.
We'll see what she does as pieces are set. She hits the pass.
Finds Katie Hicks behind the 3-point line. Hicks over to Knapp. Has Baptista in the paint. Baptista working on Meredith Doswell. Feeds Baptista. Baptista with the turnaround jumper. Can't get it to fall.
Good ball movement by the Jumbos, as it looked like that whole play was designed to find Baptista in the post. They got the look they wanted, but Baptista unable to finish.
Yeah, we'll see Allie Doswell. Let's see what play she draws up. Tufts with the suffocating no space man-to-man. Baptista on Hannah Hackley. Over to Doswell, Allie Doswell. Inside to Hackley. Baptista better be careful there. They're calling it a jump ball on Lauren Dillon. It's going to go to Tufts. Seems like a disagreement here. But now Josie Lee subs in for Melissa Baptista, so going with the smaller Lee here. We'll see if this lineup change now. Katie Hicks, the lone big for the Jumbos, and I guess Dee Candido will play more in the post. We'll see if this works. We know Dee Candido has used her size to an advantage here early, so we'll see how it works. Being guarded by Eck. Over to Knapp. Knapp to Dillon. We'll see what the smaller lineup can do. There's a foul called on the floor. It's going to stay with the Jumbos. That's what both teams trying to keep themselves out of foul trouble. Hackley with the foul there. Got a little bit ambitious with the defense on Dillon. Into Dee Candido. Dee Candido in the low post. Working. Deflected by Meredith Doswell. Out of
Almost
bounds.
picked off by Doswell as she would have had another steal, but it goes out of bounds. Jumbos will retain possession. And Dee Candido in the post, playing smart, chose not to take the shot. Not the best
Thought
pass,
it might have
though.
been a travel on Dillon. Over to Lee. Lee working on Meredith Oswell. Almost turns it over, but Katie Hicks does turn it over. Recovered there. Now Allie Doswell going to push up court. Jacqueline Knapp ready to take the matchup. Ready to face the heart of Amherst offense. There, Hackley working. Over to Eck. Eck over to Doswell. Doswell looks to attack the baseline as Dee Candido gets the steal. Puts it up. Katie Hicks, and that's a big foul called. It's going to stay with the Jumbos, and a big foul that puts Amherst at 3. Number 12, that was Madeline Eck with the foul.
And so the Jumbos will get the ball back with a little under 5 minutes to go. They're still up 4, and this the scoring pace has slowed down significantly in the second half. So we'll see if the Jumbos can hold on to the lead as Madeline or Erica Dee Candido passes off to Josie Lee, who drives, puts it up, and she gets fouled. So
Body
Josie
there.
Lee will now go to the line, looking
Josie
to
Lee
increase
to
his
shoot
lead.
2, fouled there by Emma McCarthy there with the body.
Of course, Josie Lee not shooting very well from the free throw line this year, only shooting 54% from the line. So these points are not guaranteed, but Jumbos will certainly hope that she can convert on these.
Yes, Josie Lee swishes the first one, widening the gap to 5, making it a 2-possession game here. As we see Nagel returns to the lineup, we saw Nagel and Renner returns to the lineup. Nagel and Renner, two of the more effective Amherst players there in the third quarter. As see Lee shoots again, can't get it to fall. A tough spill. Want a call on that one, but they're not going to get it as Renner brings it up, facing down her old rival, Lauren
It looked
Dillon.
like Doswell wanted to call a timeout as she fell on the rebound. It looked like she signaled a T, but nobody saw it. So the play continues.
Hallie Doswell into Nagel. Over into Meredith Doswell. Meredith Doswell over to Hackley. Hackley working with 4 seconds with the scoop and score with a great move.
Very nice move by Hannah Hackley as she's able to drive around to the right and use that long right arm to put it up off the backboard into the bucket and take this to a 3-point game back within 1 possession as Amherst able to bring it to 3 points.
And we'll see Josie Lee drive to the hole, puts it up, and fouled hard. Josie Lee gets the shot that puts Amherst at 4 fouls, and Josie Lee will go to shoot 2 again. And that's a tough break as we see Baptista and North ready to sub back in. The Jumbos
Indeed.
want the bigs.
They want the best players on the court. This is the part of the game where it's really going down to the wire. You need every help you can get, and even the fans here, as you can start hearing the cheers in the background, the Let's Go Jumbos cheer. Everybody's really getting into it. Everybody's getting riled up.
Yeah, Josie Lee sinks the first one. It makes it 34-30. Josie Lee sent to the line twice here, converted as Dee Candido and Hicks sub out, both playing a great game. Maybe not the last time we see them because we know Melissa Baptista has 4 personal fouls. Could in foul trouble here, but they're going to work her for the last 4 minutes.
You got to
as
milk.
Josie Lee sinks the second 5-point game. It's 2 possessions now. 35
Got to milk the most you
Jumbos.
can out of Baptista before if she fouls out, she fouls out. But smart choice by Coach Berube keeping her in. She's one of your best players. You need her on the court.
Exactly. As we'll see what GP Gromacki has drawn up here for the Amherst lineup. As we see Renner working. Renner finds Meredith Doswell to the hole, and that's a foul. That's going to be a foul on Michaela North, and that's the 6th Jumbo's foul. Oh, they're calling it on Melissa Baptista. That's her 5th personal foul.
So Baptista's now got 5 fouls. North and Lee both have 4. And the Jumbos...
They're going to sub DeCandido in.
Jumbo's got to hope they don't foul out. They need their best players on. And
she's out. That's
Melissa
it for
Baptista.
Baptista is out. 3.5 minutes left to play without Baptista.
You don't want North and Lee fouling out as well either.
Yeah.
This could be a game changer here, as Baptista is certainly the top scorer for the Jumbos with 10 points today.
Meredith Doswell here at the line. Missed the first. We'll see how she does on the second.
And
gets it to fall.
It's now a 3-point game rather. 4-point game.
4-point game up. Yeah. We struggle with the math sometimes up here at JumboCast, you know. But DeCandido now filling the hole for Baptista as North turns around. Can't get it to fall.
Nice spin move by Michaela North, but unable to finish it. And that's going to allow the Amherst offense to get it back in transition. But they'll slow it down a little bit as they look for a shot.
We'll see what Allie Doswell has drawn up. See over to Renner. Renner working on Dillon. Screened by Meredith Doswell. Working on DeCandido. Under the basket. Jackie Nagel can't get it to fall. Every basket counts here late. We'll see what Lauren Dillon can do. Lauren Dillon might have to take over the offense now with Baptista out. We'll see. Lauren Dillon with a sweet crossover. Pulls up for 3, but can't get it to fall. Almost another dime ball there from Lauren Dillon, but couldn't get it to fall. A sweet crossover on Renover, but did not fall for her. So we'll see Renner and Dillon squared up yet again. We'll see Renner, a lot of movement in the low post. Renner over to Meredith Doswell.
And a hard
really
foul.
Foul on number 3,
And that's Michaela North's second big fall. Jacqueline Knapp called for the foul on that one, but Michaela North took a big fall there again.
And she's holding her head. Hopefully she's all right, as she's an important player. It looks like the ref is asking if she's really all right, and she's not. And the referee's trying to make sure she's not hiding an injury, but she seems to be all right here. Although North, certainly a competitor, does not want to leave, and I can't blame her.
Yeah.
Although she's
as Jackie Nagel misses the first free throw. As Coach Berube a little bit worried about North, but let's see what Jackie Nagel can do at the line. If with this shot could even the gap to 3 and gets it to fall. 32-35. Amherst just down 3 here at Cousins Gymnasium. A little bit over 2 minutes to play. Let's see what happens here in the closing minutes. Out to Lee to Knapp. Knapp to DeCandido. Finds Josie Lee under the basket. Goes up, no call.
Beautiful pass hitting Lee on the inside. She had the spin move, couldn't finish it. But
and there's a foul called on North or on Knapp. I believe it's called on Knapp. That's
Knapp's second foul of the game.
That's her third.
Third, yeah.
And we're going to see the replay. You weigh in. Oh, and they think Knapp could tell that they got her on that one. And
then not only did they foul him, but they put him on the line, too, as they're in the bonus. So Amherst will get the opportunity to shoot 2 points for free.
And this is Allie Doswell shooting 2. Usually money from the line, but cannot convert on the first one. Yeah. Yeah. And on that one, you can tell the ball doesn't lie. It did not go in, and we'll see what happens here. Can close the gap to 2 here with the shot.
And that's good. Before the game time, you know, we gave Amherst the disadvantage in that they were not as good at shooting free throws as Tufts. But after this game, you know, they're shooting 8 out of 11 from the line, whereas Tufts is only shooting 40%. So if it does come down to the wire and Amherst takes the edge by 1 point, you know why? It's because of the free throws.
Yeah. As we see the Jumbos moving it around. Ball movement into North. North loses it. Renner has it. Jamie Renner pushing up court. We'll see Dillon v. Renner. This might be round 35 of this matchup, but it's always exciting.
Always exciting.
Over to Allie Doswell. Doswell guarded by Lee. Back to Renner. Renner being guarded by Dillon. DeCandido working on Hannah Hackley.
And
one there for Hannah Hackley as the Amherst crowd erupts here. Ties the ball game with just over a minute to play. 1 minute, 18 seconds left.
And they are pumped. Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in the world, and that's about the level of height of excitement for these Amherst fans as they tie it up and will have the opportunity to take the lead with this free throw.
Hannah Hackley goes to the line with the chance to lead here. That's right, the Amherst crowd Jumbo's crowd coming to a roar as Hannah Hackley takes it, and the Amherst College takes the lead as Dillon looking to get, with a minute left, has to get some points on the board here. Looks over to Lee. Lee has North down low. Lee looking. Resets to Dillon. Dillon working on the floor. Dillon being guarded by Hackley. Has North. North with the jumper. Can't get it to fall as it falls to Nagel. And you have to wonder at what point do the fouls come out, or what point, we'll see. They'll probably give Amherst a few more possessions as we see Renner here working on Dillon.
It's only a 1-point game. Anything could happen.
This could be one of those ones where the last team to hold the ball wins. 10 seconds left on the shot clock as they're working it here. Dillon on Renner. DeCandido on Hackley. Or that's on Meredith Oswell. On Renner. Renner throws it up. Can't get it to fall.
And that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, the basket disallowed. The shot clock violation. It did not hit the basket, so the shot clock obviously counts down from 30 to 0. Once it hits 0, possession turns over, unless the team puts up a shot that hits the rim.
And so Tufts calling the timeout. They have 26 seconds on the clock, and they're down 1. So they will have the opportunity to hold the ball and have the final possession. Tom, what do you think they're going to do? You think they'll drop some kind of play here? Maybe go to Michaela North. What do you think they'll do?
I think it might come down to Lauren Dillon holding the last shot. I don't know if you're Coach Berube, who do you want to have the ball in your hands? You've got a lot of great options. Josie Lee, a really clutch shooter. You've got Lauren Dillon, Michaela North. Who do you think? Who would you take?
Well, I don't know. I kind of agree with you in that they might want to give it to Dillon. Dillon, of course, the junior point guard, the captain, the leader of this team. As you said before, she's got ice in her veins, and she's certainly one of the most well-suited for situations like this in terms of being able to handle the pressure. She'll definitely be the one holding the ball for the majority of this possession, as she'll look to dribble down the shot clock and take some time off of this clock. But I would not be surprised if she maybe looked inside, giving it to Michaela North, who's 3 for 5 today from the field. She's got 8 points and 2 free throws. So a couple options here for the Jumbo's offense.
Yeah, as we'll see the last possession here. Amherst going with Nagel, Hackley, I assume Renner, and the Doswells, Meredith and Alley. And the Jumbos are going to have Lauren Dillon, Josie Lee, Jacqueline Knapp, Erica DeCandido, and Michaela North. And we'll see what the Jumbos can do here.
So it's going to be Josie Lee with the inbound as they'll look to get it in. Look for aggressive defense here from Amherst as they won't allow them to get the ball. But there's Dillon. She gives it off to Knapp. Knapp's
going to dribble it out, has North. DeCandido. DeCandido passes it back to Knapp. Tufts looking to get a clean look or the last shot. If they can have something clean with time left, they're going to take it.
North calling for the ball at the top of the key. Dishes it back to DeCandido.
DeCandido to Knapp. Knapp has it. Knapp
5 seconds left.
5 seconds left into North. It's going to be a jump ball that's going to go to Amherst.
Amherst intercepting the pass that was intended for Michaela North. And they get the ball back with 1.6 seconds left.
1.6 seconds left. This might just be it. Tufts is going to go for the quick foul here, and we're going to see what happens. A lot of pressure on this inbounds. We'll see the replay here. The interception goes to the ground, and as we see here, the closing seconds here at Cousins Gymnasium. Inbounds pass deflected by Jacqueline Knapp, and there the final buzzer ticks, and it's a win for Amherst. Amherst takes it 36-35. We talked about last year. 1-point games traded between these teams as Amherst takes the advantage in the NESCAC, keeps their perfect season alive, and ends Tufts' 21-game winning streak. A really tough matchup here in Cousins Gymnasium. Amherst getting that late lead with the and one. Hannah Hackley's free throw proving to be the difference maker.
Certainly a heartbreaking loss for Tufts as they were going for the all-time record, 22 in a row, here at home in front of a full house, but unable to get the job done. As great job by Amherst. Good offense down the stretch. Good clutch free throw shooting. And, Tom, we said during the game, and we'll say it again, what this really came down to was even though both teams had good defense, it came down to the ability to hit free throws. Amherst shooting 70%, Tufts shooting 40% from the free throw line, and that's just a significant difference. Both teams in the bonus down the stretch. And when the defense gives you the opportunity to score points for free, you really want to relish that and take advantage, but Tufts not able to do so. Amherst, a good job down the stretch as they shoot 70% from free throw range. Only 25% from the field for Amherst. Only hit 8 field goals in this matchup, but they made them count. only allowing 35 points to the Jumbos.
Yeah, very tough, hard-fought matchup as we see the end here, as we see the crowd disperse, and we know Amherst moves to 22-0 on the year, takes over number 1 in the NESCAC, will likely take over number 1 in the country after this win. A tight one for sure. The Jumbos shouldn't leave too disappointed, leave with their heads held high with a really tough matchup as the Jumbos move to 21-1, and they're going to move to 2nd place in the NESCAC after this loss. As we bring you to the end here, thank you for tuning in to Tufts JumboCast. Feel free to tweet us your reactions at Tufts JumboCast, and really we thank you for joining us for this number 1 versus number 2 matchup between Tufts and Amherst. Obviously a big one. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tom Jazanowski, and on behalf of Bobby B. Lovich, we're going to say thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Good night.